Welcome back to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Fixing the Franchise, Trusting the Process, Philadelphia 76ers rebuild. And before we get into anything else, I want to mention something that I saw right before starting recording this video. So you see on the bottom ticker there, it's going through all the results from the games that have happened on the 17th or the 16th, wherever the games happened, and all that kind of stuff. Well, in one of the Twitter sections where they go through like tweets that people have said, De'Aaron Fox, as you see right there, he's out with the neck strain. De'Aaron Fox came on the bottom little ticker thing scrolling, and it said that he might change his last name to Gandalf or Gandolfini. That's a real thing that I saw there. And it said because he's a big fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Lord of the Rings books. And then it said after it was like that was in parentheses, and then afterwards it said might miss a few days or something like that. Like it was so I haven't seen that. Usually you get those in the older 2Ks. They used to have crazy reasons for players being missing games and being injured and stuff. Back in like 2K, I don't know, it was like 2K16, 2K15. One of those older games, they used to have it in the main menu thing. You could see like, oh, Jimmy Butler's out because he kidnapped his grandma or something. Like there's like insane ones that you've seen those before on like Twitter and stuff. People post those. They just I didn't know that they still did it somewhat in 2K26. So when I saw that on the bottom ticker, I had to mention it. We might even get to see it here before we get moving too far in. I don't know how many things it has to scroll through, but I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was pretty hilarious that he wants to change. So he doesn't want to be De'Aaron Fox anymore. He wants to be De'Aaron Gandalf or De'Aaron Gandolfini. Oh, it was crazy. All right, so let's get into the video. Last episode, we thought that we were going to get back to the NBA Finals and win another championship and go back to back like we had done previously. But we ran into the buzzsaw that is the emerging Washington Wizards. Zion Williamson, back-to-back MVPs. Ja Morant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They are starting to impress. They're looking really, really good. Oh, here it is. Social media. De'Aaron Fox, parentheses, thinking about changing last name to either Gandalf or Gandolfini, loves Lord of the Rings and the Sparanos equally, is expected to miss a few days. That's what I was talking about. I'm glad that it finally played it. Okay. Anyway, now that we got that through. So, we have a matchup against the Wizards in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they absolutely destroyed us. They beat us, and then they go on to parlay that into another championship. The first championship since John Wall carried that ungodly bad team into the finals and won back in 2013, 2014. So they got another championship on the back of Zion and Ja Morant and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So the Wizards team is now the team to beat. But we are not too bad ourselves. We also sent Ben Simmons to the Miami Heat to acquire the alien. Victor Wembanyama is now a Philadelphia 76er. Can you believe it? Can you believe that Victor Wembanyama is teaming up with Luka Doncic? I can't believe it, but I'm glad that it's happening. So here we are. This is our new look lineup. We've got Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, Chet Holmgren on the bench. Obviously, we still have Jimmer because you think I'm going to get rid of Jimmer. You're crazy. This team is absolutely loaded. The draft is obviously the 2024 draft. Alexander Sarr, all these kind of bums that you expect. Not a great draft class for the NBA this year. And if we go to future draft picks, we have a 2024 NBA draft pick, which is our own. And I'm not even too mad if we don't get a good draft pick, because I'm not really thinking this draft class is that great in the first place. But what I wanted to say was this is going to be the penultimate episode. We have this episode and then next episode, and next episode's going to be the finale because we are only playing up until the modern day. And once we get to the Cooper Flag draft class, that becomes the modern day. We could go one more year after that, I guess, but I don't really want to. So we're going to go up to the Cooper Flag draft class, and then that is the end of the series. So we'll get about 14 or 15 episodes in this series. Probably 15, I think, would be a decent number. It'll be pretty good. And we've already done a successful job of rebuilding this 76er team, trusting the process and doing all that kind of stuff because we've won a godly amount of championships. We have 5 championships since 2016. So I think we can call it a success that we've won all of these championships. We've built the Philadelphia 76ers into a powerhouse unit. So let's get into the simulation here. We'll simulate up to January like we always do. I still can't believe that Giannis chose to leave the Charlotte Bobcats and go play for the Boston Celtics. That was kind of insane in the last episode free agency period. We did have a pretty up and down beginning of the season. We were losing a lot of games that I didn't think we should lose. So I'm hoping that doesn't necessarily happen this time. We have 5 losses right now, 6 losses actually. I mean, we have Wembanyama, we have Luka, we have Devin Booker, we have Anthony Edwards. We have all these guys who are unbelievably good. So we shouldn't lose too many games. And we are now NBA Cup MVP Luka Doncic. We just won the NBA Cup. And then he gets hurt immediately after. All right, so the first year the NBA Cup is a thing, we win it. So we can add that to our resume that we won the NBA Cup. I don't know how much that is impressive to people, but we did it. We certainly did it. And now we're winning a bunch of games. So this is how I thought last season was going to go, but we didn't do it that way. We are 28-7, 2.5 games up on the Wizards. It's really just been us, the Wizards, and the Bobcats, which if you think about that in terms of real life, that's kind of insane to think about. That it's been us, the 76ers, the Wizards, the Bobcats, has been the teams that have dominated the league for the past, 6 years. But here are the scoring numbers. Luka's leading the team with Devin Booker right behind him. Then you got RJ, you got Anthony Edwards, you got Victor. His rookie season's going pretty well. You got James Wiseman, Evan Mobley, Chet. Okay. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Liking what I'm seeing. Well, let's get to the trade deadline because I don't know if I'm going to make any trades. Probably not. I think I'm pretty good with the team that we have. Although Victor just got hurt for about 2 months. So that's not good. But it looks like it's not really affecting us too much. I'm assuming we have Chet Holmgren starting there because he's the backup center. And the game doesn't usually put anybody else in those spots, I don't think. I guess they could put Evan Mobley or James Wiseman in there. But we're still winning some games. James Wiseman goes down with an injury. And now we're losing a lot of games that we shouldn't. Man, that's a rough stretch there. Ever since Victor got hurt, that was a rough stretch. 39-13 is where we stand. That's the rookie report. Luka and Devin Booker are still carrying us. Edwards' numbers are okay. Barrett's doing fine. Victor getting hurt is really tough. I don't think I'm going to make any trades, though. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I think we're just going to ride it out with the team that we have because the team is good as long as they're not hurt. The team is good enough to do some damage. So we keep moving on. We keep doing things. And we keep hoping that Victor Wembanyama comes back, and he finally does. Victor Wembanyama is back healthy. Luka's back healthy. And now we're going on a tear. Now we're going on a tear, and we've reached the contract extension deadline. So let's go see who needs a new contract. It looks like it's Evan Mobley. No, it's Devin Booker. Devin Booker needs a new contract, so we will offer him that, and he has happily accepted. So Devin Booker is back. The games that we're going to jump into, I mean, probably needs to be the Wizards, right? They're 52-12. We're 50-13. It's really just us and the Wizards for the #1 seed, like it was last year. And this is the last time we play the Wizards. So we need to win this game, it looks like. All right, well, this is a big game. This is a big game. I don't know if it's going to directly affect who takes home the #1 seed, but it certainly will help us if we're able to hold on. The Wizards had a pretty good third quarter, but I think we had just a little bit of a better quarter. 114-95 on our home court. We are going to take this one. We are going to take this one. So we beat the defending champions in the final game that we play against them. Shea and James Wiseman's a crazy matchup. RJ and John Wall. John Wall's still out here. Has not retired yet. John Morant. He finds Shea. Why is James Wiseman covering? He's playing power forward. Oh, what a release from Malcolm Brogdon. No make on the three, though. That was a good play. Oh, we got the bums in. We got the backups in. Chet Holmgren. What you got for me, Chet? Little spin. Little post hook. Oh, post fade, I guess I should say. That didn't go very well. I didn't have the release. Oh, swiper. They called me on it. They called me on it. Brogdon makes the first. And then Brogdon makes the second. 10 seconds to go. Who wants to take final shot? Who wants the final shot of the game? Probably Evan Mobley. That was not a bad release, but it does not go in. Doesn't matter, though. We win 114-97. W's in chat as we get a big win. RJ had 20. Luka had 20. I'm glad to see RJ doing well. Okay, so that's a big win, but now we got to hopefully hold on and keep winning games so that we can keep passing the Wizards and hopefully they slip up and lose. And that's exactly what we're doing. We are winning a lot of games. We won every single game past it, and the Wizards had slipped up. It's 59-13 each team, and now we have a Heat team who has Ben Simmons on their roster. So I wouldn't mind jumping in and seeing Ben Simmons in the Miami Heat. Although this is a pretty close game. The Heat had a really good second quarter, but we had a really, really good third quarter. And we are going to hold on for the victory, 114-101. But let's see if Ben Simmons is out there. Probably not since the game's over, but at least we're going to win it. Oh, this is St. Patrick's Day. I see the little leopard, or the 4-leaf clovers, or 3-leaf, whatever they are, in the... Oh, good, RJ. In the corner there, on the scoreboard. This dude, whoever this Jackson dude is, he's jacked like crazy. But he's like super small. What an interception. Get that man in the NFL. That was a crazy interception. Luka to the basket. Luka. I tried to pass it out, actually. I guess I was too far into the motion. There's Ben Simmons. We get to see him out there. Ben Simmons. It wasn't really his fault for leaving. He needed to get us the #1 overall pick, and he did. He got us the #1 overall pick. But he's not going to be getting any more championships. He put up 28 against his former team, but Devin Booker put up 30, so. Who's better now? Ben Simmons. That's another win. Can we end the season with a win streak like this? Will we never lose another game? No, we finally got beat by the Hawks. And then, okay, 3 losses in a row, and the Wizards are winning games. They've clinched. The Wizards have clinched. I can't believe we lost 3 in a row right there. And then we lost to the Timberwolves as well. Brutal end to the season. We can end up winning 3 in a row. 3 MVPs in a row for Zion Williamson. Scoot Henderson wins Rookie of the Year. Did he play better than Victor Wembanyama? I think he did. Yeah, we'll give it to Scoot. John Wall wins the 6th Man of the Year. Kawhi, so he's still on his domination, but he's now on a new team. He wins Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Paolo. How much did he improve by? How much did he improve by? He improved from 14 to 22. Yeah, that's good. D'Angelo Russell wins Clutch Player of the Year, former Finals MVP for us. And then Michael Patton on the Wizards wins the Coach of the Year, and then David Powell wins the Executive of the Year. First team is Zion, Jokic, Kat, Luka, and Ben Simmons. How much did Ben do this? Oh, Ben put up good numbers. Finally free from all the other guys on the team. He puts up good numbers. Jason Tatum, Leonard, Kawhi Leonard, DeAndre Ayton, D'Angelo Russell, Jalen Green on the second team. Third team is Joel Embiid, Trae Young, Noah Vonleh, Stephen Curry, and Rudy Gobert. First team defensively, Kawhi, Mitchell Robinson, Rudy, DeAndre Ayton, Miles Turner. Second team is Marvin Bagley, Kat, Noah Vonleh, Jason Tatum, and Jaren Jackson Jr. All rookie first team, Scoot, Brandon Miller, Amin Thompson, Victor, and Mark Cartwright. Second team is Sidney Walsh, Malachi Branham, Asor Thompson, Dexter Pickett, and Dean Connolly. And now we get to the playoffs, where we are no longer the #1 seed. For the first time since we were starting to make the playoffs, we are not the 1 seed. We take on the Pistons, who have Aaron Holiday, Mikal Bridges, Kevin Huerter, Otto Porter Jr., and Miles Turner. This is a weird Pistons roster. They should not be better than us. We should get through them fairly simply, and it looks like we will. We sweep them, although the Wizards are in a little bit of trouble. Oh, but they end up pulling it out 4-2. Darn it, I was hoping they get swept. Or not swept, but I was hoping they get beat. Now we play the Cavs, who have Markelle Fultz, Josh Okogie, Andrew Wiggins, Christian Wood, and Jackson Hayes. We played this Cavs team last year, I think, in last episode. I'm assuming we can beat them as well and set up a date with the Wizards in the Eastern Conference Finals for a rematch. And it looks like we will do just that. Although they might lose to the Nets. They did! The #1 team goes down to New Jersey. Kawhi Leonard is him. Miles McBride, Jalen Green, Kawhi Leonard, Obi Toppin, Wendell Carter Jr. Wow, it's really Kawhi and Jalen Green, and then they're carrying a bunch of regular guys. I can't believe that they beat the Wizards, though. They might have just given us... I was kind of hoping for a rematch to see if we get the job done. Devin Booker got hurt. That shouldn't affect us that much, though. And Chet Holmgren getting hurt almost affected us, but not enough. And we are back in the finals to rematch the Lakers. Oladipo and Luka are the finals MVPs for the conferences. It's a rematch versus the LA Lakers. The last time we faced LA, it was in the 2020-2021 season when we lost to Victor and the Lakers. But now we get a chance to go after them again and get that lick back. DeJounte Murray, Victor Oladipo, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Love, and Trendon Watford. I'm expecting this to be a win, but you never know. We take game one. We take game two. We take game three. Is this going to be a sweep? Is this going to be a sweep? Or is it going to be a gentleman's sweep so we can bring it back to our home court? I don't think it matters. I think we're going to take this one to the house. Take this to the paint. And there it is. NBA champions, the Philadelphia 76ers, and it's Luka Doncic who wins the finals MVP. We got our lick back. We got the receipt back on the Lakers. Chris Paul, we saw that he was going to do his retirement. No! Jimmer, no! Don't do this to me, Jimmer. You can't. He's a 6-time NBA champion. He's got as many as Jordan. Some may maybe argue he's better than Jordan. Jimmer, you can't do this to me. We've got one more year left. We've got one more year. Do not do this to me. You are coming back for one more ride. One last ride, Jimmer. But Chris Paul, Mike Conley, Serge Ibaka all retiring. I can't believe Jimmer would even consider retiring. The audacity. The absolute audacity of him to consider retiring. Chris Paul makes the Hall of Fame. Good for him. Jersey retirements in New Orleans. Historic changes. Clippers are not changing. Spurs, I guess they can change. I guess it doesn't really matter. They don't really change the uniforms at all anyway. League meetings, all this stuff can be rejected. Draft lottery. We're not obviously going to be in the lottery because we won the national, or not the national championship. We won the NBA championship, and we didn't have any other picks. So the Trailblazers had the number one overall pick. Good luck with Alexander Sarr. I can't believe that Jimmer would even consider doing that. The audacity of Jimmer Fredette to consider retiring when we have one more season left to go. Absolute audacity. Cannot believe he would try to do that. This team is looking really good. I don't know where we're going to go. Probably a guard in the draft. I don't know who's going to be there at 32 or 30, whatever pick it is. Alexander Sarr does go to Portland. Reed Shepherd to Orlando. Devin Carter to Toronto. Rob Dillingham to Atlanta. Dusty Ware goes to Chicago. Nikola Topic goes to Sacramento. We got a trade. The Blazers come back in and get Zachary Richardson. So they got both of the bums. They got Zachary Richardson. I don't know how to say his name, honestly. And they got Alexander Sarr. That's kind of insane. You drafted both of the bums from the draft. Zach Edey ends up in Memphis, just like in real life. Jared McCain headed to Boston. Matas Buzeles. Are we getting to our spot here? Stephon Castle going to Phoenix. That's cool. Another trade. A lot of trades happening. Filipowski headed to the Clippers. Donovan Clingan going to San Antonio. Byron Rose, Carlton Carrington, Bronny James back-to-back for the Celtics. They took Bronny. If Bronny would have been there at 32, I certainly would have grabbed him. Or 30. Why do I keep saying 32? If he would have been there at 30, I would have taken him. Or maybe, I guess we're at 29. Let's not trade any of this pick. Who's here even? Jacoby Walter, Ron Holland, Tyler Smith. There's not really anybody here that I like. Sean George. A guard would probably be my best option. But I'm not really seeing anybody that I need to take in the first round. I'm not super familiar with the lower end of this draft class. Although Khalil Ware is here. You know what? Give me Khalil Ware. We can always use another center. And I like Khalil, so. Give me him. 76 for Sarr. Richardson had 73. I can't believe the Trailblazers got both of them. Rookie signing, we will sign Khalil Ware. Options, we are going to decline on him. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Although, you know what? Let me accept his because we need the depth. So, we'll do all that. Steph Curry has declined. So has De'Aaron Fox. This could be an interesting free agency period. We'll offer the qualifying offers to all those guys. I'm sure we're going to have to match all these offers because they're going to get big time deals. Anthony Edwards going to the Trailblazers? I don't think so, Anthony. I don't think so. Who do you think you is? James Wiseman will match. And then, is that everybody? Tyrese Maxey, we got to get back. Offer Maxey a contract. We also have to get Skal Labissiere on a 3-year minimum contract. So those guys come back. Is that everybody on the team? I think that's everybody back, right? Devin Booker, Maxey Fredette, RJ and Anthony, Luka, Mobley, Wiseman, Labissiere, Holmgren. Okay, I think that's the team. Am I missing somebody? I don't think so. I think that's the team that we had. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Steph Curry goes back to Atlanta. He can't leave. He's loyal. Loyal to the soil. De'Aaron Fox goes to the Jazz. He was in San Antonio. So he's headed to Utah. OG Anunoby going to the Suns. We got back our guys. LaMelo Ball's in the Clippers. He was always there. Then we got Tyrese Halliburton to the Warriors. He was drafted there. All right, so nobody's really moving around that much, except for De'Aaron Fox, I guess. But is there anybody that I'm missing here? I don't think so. I think I've got everybody. It looks like it. Yeah, I think I've got everybody. So Kai Jones was just on a rookie team, was he not? If we go to his awards, yeah, he just made all rookie first team in 2023. And he's already making free agency. Can I sign him? No, I can't afford him. We do have a ton of money, or we do have a ton of money sent in to other people. All right, so player progression, Luka's a 97, Mobley's a 92, Victor's a 90, RJ's 88, Anthony Edwards 88, Chet Holmgren's 87, Booker's an 86, Wiseman goes down to an 85, Maxey's up to a 78, Jimmer's down to a 52, but you know what? We got one more year, Jimmer. You can hold on for one last ride. One last ride. You can hold on, my guy. I know you can. I know you can do it. We have to cut one person, though, which is probably going to be Kamara. I shouldn't have brought him back. Yeah, Kamara. We're going to release you so we can go into the season with the right things. There's Cooper Flag. He's headed to the league. That is our final season of Blake Griffin plans to retire. Yeah, you know what, Blake? You've won an MVP, a couple MVPs even. I think you're gonna earn yourself a retirement tour. But headed into the final year of the series, we've got Devin Booker, RJ Barrett, Luka, Evan Mobley, Victor, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren. We just won a championship. Do I want to make any moves? Do I want to make any moves? Maybe I want to trade a possible RJ Barrett. What could I get for RJ? PJ Washington, Buddy Hield. Derrick Rose at 36, still in Chicago. Julius Randle, Vucevic, Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen might not be bad, but we don't really need a small forward. We could bring D'Angelo Russell back. Noah Vonleh, John Collins, Victor Oladipo, Bam, put up 83, legend. A 2025 pick. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? I can pretty much have whatever I want, really. James Harden's still in Oklahoma City, by the way. I could trade with the Trailblazers and get a first-round pick, but do I really want to do that? Probably not. I kind of want to get Bam. I kind of want to get Bam Adebayo simply because he went for 83 in real life, and I kind of just want to have him for the final season. So we're going to send RJ Barrett to the Magic. We're going to bring in Bam Adebayo. That is a pretty sick addition to the team. Now we have Anthony Edwards who's going to start. And then my only other trade would probably be James Wiseman, trading him for somebody, maybe trading him for a guard. So let's see if we can get James Wiseman out the door. Trade finder, Wiseman, what can you bring us, James? Mo Bamba. What can you get us? What can you get us? We got to get some sort of guard. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It could be James Harden for one season. We're not, oh, but that has to give up Jimmer Fredette. We're not doing that, obviously. We're not doing that. You know what? Maybe I make my own deal. Maybe I make my own deal. So we could use some sort of backup guard or some backup small forward. Maybe I can get two players for the price of one, depending on the team. So we look at shooting guard. Who's going to be available for us? Who could I grab? Who would be fun to grab? We could go with a guy. I mean, we could always go James Harden. That could just be fun. Maybe we could try to get James and Kevin Durant on the same team. Can we do that? Can I do that? Let me see. Let me go to a trade. Propose a trade with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Can we get real crazy here? Can we get Durant and can we get James Harden? I would give you James Wiseman. They probably can't take the money, right? Oh no, they need players. So I'd probably have to give them Duarte as well. For this would require $39 million more. Okay, so that's where we get a little bit in trouble here. I guess I could give them Devin Booker. We could just make Lucas point guard. Is this where we get real crazy here? They think that they're untouchable. So you think you're untouchable. But I'd be willing to give you first round picks out the wazoo if I could actually get it to load. If you're wondering why it does this, because my left stick is a little sticky. They keep thinking that he's untouchable. So, you think you're untouchable. Wow. 3 first-round picks, Devin Booker, James Wiseman, and Chris Duarte does not get me James Harden and Kevin Durant in their advanced age. All right, that's probably for the best that they don't want to do that, but I thought it could be fun. I guess they don't see that being fun. So what else can I do? What else can I do? Who can I bring in? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Where's my main man? Isaiah Thomas. Where's he at? Isaiah, where are you? There he is. He's on a super cheap deal in LA now, in the Clippers. And if we're going to bring him back, if we're going to have one more season, we got to bring Isaiah Thomas back. So I think if we accept a deal, there's Blake Griffin. Ooh, he tore his ACL. Poor Blake. Poor Blake. No wonder he wants a retirement tour. His body can't take it anymore. Tore his ACL. He's done for the year, probably. But if I ask for Jordan Poole and Isaiah Thomas, I'm not even asking for anything crazy here, and I give you James Wiseman and BJ Mullins, the Clippers will require $4 million more. Okay, so give me back Jordan Hawkins. And then I'll give you back some random bum who's not expensive. I don't really have a random bum like Jayshawn Tate. Okay, this isn't going to work. Unless I do that and then that. Okay, that'll work. So Jayshawn Tate and James Wiseman. Isaiah Thomas, Jordan Poole. Can I get a first-round pick as well? If I could actually get it to... No, not LaMelo Ball. Although that would be pretty cool. Can I get a first-round pick? We like what we have as far as the trade is concerned. Well, if you like what you have, then you might as well accept the deal. Unprotected pick, if this button would work. Unprotected pick. Okay, they're not accepting the deal, even though they say they like what they have. They're not interested in the trade. James Wiseman, probably because the first round pick is a little bit too valuable. I bet this would go through if it wasn't. I was just trying to get a little bit of extra stuff. We could send James Wiseman over there. They're not interested in the trade even with that? That seems a little insane. Okay, there's the first round pick. So now the roster looks a little bit different, but we bring back our main man, Isaiah Thomas. We let him go because he was going to get a little bit too expensive, but he was here when we won a championship, at least the first one. No, he wasn't here when we won a championship. That's right. So this will be his first championship if we could win it this year. We had to bring it back. I mean, we were doing one more year. We had to bring Isaiah Thomas back. The team looks a little weird, but can I trade BJ Mullins for a small forward? I like EJ Liddell, but I need somebody a little bit better. What do we got? What do we got? We got Corey Kisper. We got Aaron Wiggins and Jayshawn Tate. Rui Hachimura, Kyle Kuzma, Batum. Cam Reddish isn't bad. I might go with that. Yeah. I'm thinking we go. I think we go Cam Reddish. Straight up 1-for-1. I'm totally fine with that. And then Cam Reddish goes out to be another depth piece at small forward. Okay. So our new look roster for the final year. Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Evan Mobley, Victor Wembanyama, Bam Bam 83 on the bench with Chet Holmgren, Jordan Poole, Cam Reddish, and then a bunch of guys at the back end. But most importantly, that man right there is back, Isaiah Thomas. So in the next episode, we will finish off the series with one last episode. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.